Hi there, first grade. So good to see you today, even though we're at home. We have a lot to do today, so let's get started. First, we're going to review our song that we already know that we've been working on. So I want you to take a good look at the poster, okay, and see if you can just read the words in your brain. Okay, remember the rhythm, read the tas and the tus. Okay, and we're going to sing it together. Let's try it now. It was cold, it was bright. Merry Christmas to you all this winter's night. Try it by yourself. Ready? Go. Excellent job, boys and girls. Now, boys and girls, we're going to be looking at the melody of the song. You've heard it before. I've sung it for you, and today we're going to learn it. Last time we talked about what the melody meant, this part of the melody, and we talked about the good king looking out on the snow and how beautiful it was, and the moon was shining brightly. And then we talked about how we saw the poor man and what he was gathering, remember, wood for his fire. So now we're going to sing this part. I would like you to look at the words with me and do magic lips while I sing. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Sing it with me this time. Here we go. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Let me tell you a little bit more about this good King Wenceslas and what happens in the rest of the song. We don't get to sing it, but I want you to know this story, okay? So after the king looks out and he sees the poor man walking by, he says to his page is his assistant, his helper, he says to his page, "Who is that man? Where does he live?" And the page says, "Well, he lives really far away, over under the mountain by the fountain, over by the fence of the forest." And the king says, "Okay, you know what? Why don't you get some good food and something to drink and some wood, and we're going to take it to him on this cold night." And so they get to all the things together and they walk. And as they're walking, the page starts to get really scared. He says, "King, I'm really cold. It's so dark and I'm scared. And I can't feel my toes anymore." And the king says, "Listen, page, I'll help you. Walk in my footsteps. See where my foot is falling in the snow? Use that footstep and walk in that same exact place." And the page starts to do that, walking behind his king. And as he's walking, he realizes that the king's footsteps are warm. And from the ground, he can feel the heat coming all the way through his body and all the way to his fingers and toes. And he starts to feel warmer. And he starts to think, this is impossible. How is this happening? And the last line of the song says, "Ye who now will bless the poor shall yourselves find blessing." So because the page was helping the poor man, he was able to feel this warmth all through his body. And so that's the story of good King Wenceslas, that if we help the poor people, we ourselves will be helped. So that's what we're going to sing about in our song. So let's sing the song again to remember it. Here we go. Good King Wenceslas looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and thick and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. Okay, boys and girls, when we do this song, the idea is that first we sing Good King Wenceslas, the melody, and then we sing the other part that we learned first, that it was cold, it was bright, and then we do them together. So I'm going to play the song for you, and I would like you to sing the Good King Wenceslas, and then sing It was cold, it was bright, and then I want you to just listen to where we hear both of those parts together, okay?
when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came in sight, gathering winter fuel. It was cold, it was bright. Merry Christmas to you all this winter's night. It was cold, it was bright. Merry Christmas to you all this winter's night. Good King Wenceslas looked out on that feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came in sight, gathering winter's fuel.
Thank you, boys and girls, for your super hard work today. We're going to be going over all of that in class next time I see you, so make sure you learn it really well. If you need to, go back and do that part again, okay? Have a great virtual day. Bye-bye.